Hey guys, welcome to my review of Blue Beetle, issue number 12. In the last issue of Blue Beetle, Jaime met up with Booster Gold because he thought Booster Gold was actually pretty nice. He thought that he was actually trying to reach out to him, seeing if he can actually help him harness his abilities and understand the Blue Beetle Scarab a bit more. So of course he meets up with Booster, but Booster has other plans. He actually has plans to destroy Jaime and the Scarab because he already knows about the Reach, and he knows it's going to invade Earth in the future. And so he thought that maybe he would be doing the world a favor by destroying Jaime and the Scarab right now. But later on, his grandmother, or Jaime's grandmother, actually intervenes. And of course Booster leaves and tells Jaime, you have one shot to prove to me that you can actually, be a good hero or something, that you're not a threat to this Earth, and of course flies away. And also in the last issue, the DEO department was actually stalking Paco and Brenda because they found the same energy signature in Paco as the same one as in Jaime, or the Blue Beetle. So they stalked them because they're in New York City trying to find Jaime and his grandmother, seeing if they can actually help him. Or find him. So basically the DEO department captures them and of course starts dissecting Paco because they want to learn more about that energy source that he's actually hiding in his body. And doing this actually reawakens the Blood Beetle, and he starts creating a whole bunch of chaos in the DEO department. And that's where issue number 12 picks up. Now, the Blood Beetle, or Paco, basically is running amok in the DEO department and threatens Mr. Bones to give Brenda to him. So he does. So he takes Brenda hostage and uses her as bait to lure out Jaime and the Scarab, so he can destroy them. So after that, what happens is, next part of the issue, you see interaction with Jaime and the Blue Beetle Scarab as they're just basically, walking around his grandmother's apartment, looking at photos of friends and, family members, and, Kajida's trying to wrap his mechanical Blue Beetle Scarab mind around all this human, ideals and, these things they're always doing with their life and whatever. So, yeah. And afterwards, we see, of course, the hostage thing actually works, and of course Jaime comes around and tries to save Brenda, and they start fighting for the rest of this issue between Blood Beetle and Blue Beetle. So what actually happens, I'm sorry I say that twice but what actually happens is that now Jaime is actually trying to find a way to actually save Paco because he doesn't want to kill him. Because Kajida tells him the only way to stop the Blood Beetle is if you destroy that bug thingy that's actually keeping his heart beating and saving his life, or keeping him alive. So you have to destroy it, or Paco's going to stay as the Blood Beetle for the rest of his life. So you're going to have to do this. But Jaime refuses, and he says he's willing to even give his heart up in order to save Paco. Now, as Kajida sees this self-sacrifice that Jaime is willing to give, the Scarab actually decides, okay, maybe we can actually do this. And Jaime reaches out his arm, sticks it into Paco's chest, or Blood Beetle's chest, reaches into his heart, destroys the bug that's keeping Paco alive, and starts basically regenerating his heart by basically giving part of Jaime's heart tissue to recover or heal Paco's heart. The gap or the gash in his heart is actually healing up, and Paco actually loses the Blood Beetle suit because that bug thingy is actually destroyed, and Paco's back to normal and he's alive. And Brenda and Paco thank Blue Beetle and tell him that maybe everybody, thought really wrong of him. Maybe he's actually a good person. He is a hero. And the issue ends with Jaime and Paco and Brenda sitting, in Paco's grandmother's kitchen, talking to each other, and Paco's grandmother telling his father that, everything's okay, but bigger things are about to come and happen, so be prepared. And that's how this issue ends. Now, I know I spoiled it for you guys about the ending, what happened, and I apologize for that. But there is a reason why I did spoil it, because there's something I really want to talk about because I really enjoyed about this issue. Now, when Jaime and Kajida are in Jaime's grandmother's apartment, and they're just basically interacting with each other, talking to each other about, what's going on in, Jaime's grandmother's apartment, looking at family photos and friend photos and all these other things, even, looking at a picture of Jesus himself, or, painting or a picture of Jesus. And Kajida asks him, who is this bearded man? And Jaime says, well, that's Jesus. And he's sort of like a big man. He's a big deal in America. And, Kajida says, but why? Why does he have his heart open? Because basically the picture shows Jesus basically revealing his heart. And Jaime says, well, Jesus sacrificed his life to save humanity. And Kajida, of course, being the smartass that he is, saying that that's contradictional. Why would you give your own life to save life itself? That is stupid. Why would someone ever do that? But as we end this issue, Kajida did the same. He agreed with Jaime, noticing that how he would actually give his life, his self-sacrifice to save Paco's life, that he cared for his friend, gave Kajida the idea to actually help regenerate Paco's heart and save him. And that's really great character development here. As we've seen, Kajida has been sort of a pain in the ass for, Jaime, as he's always trying to be a smart ass, thinking about the mission, thinking about like a Reach member. But as he interacts more with Jaime, he's starting to grasp human ideals, human traits, human feelings even maybe even human thoughts. Who knows? Maybe he can become more of a human than an alien. And it's great because this reminds me of how the old Blue Beetle series went. That basically the Scarab and Jaime are the main characters in this story. But at the same time, when you think about it, these people, this human and this alien technology are each other's both support characters, if you ever think about it. Because Jaime supports Kajida into becoming a more better character. Like, he's not like, more stubborn or more like a jackass half the time, and more like a human. He's not an alien. And also the Scarab helps, Jaime in a way to, tell him that, teach him about being a hero, or realizing about how everything works in life, because Jaime's still growing up and Kajida does have a lot of information. And these two working together, interacting with each other, can help each other, support each other in order to be a better, character, a better hero, a better person. You never know. And it's really nice to see that. Now, some of you people might think that, okay, maybe this interaction wasn't really needed, or it felt like it was kind of stupid. But, because, some people don't really like that, they just want to see action or whatever, or they just want to see something happen. But it's nice when these sort of little tiny moments, the things that we take for granted, the little moments in comic books where you just have characters just talking with each other, chatting. And this chatting just basically generally just, creates character development. You don't need a big event or something big happening to, create character development. You can just have, people talking to each other, learning more about each other, or basically having the reader learn more about this character, because they reveal things to other people that normally sometimes they wouldn't. And that's what I like about the interaction with Blue Beetle or Jaime and Kajida. And there's a really nice add touch in this. And also, if you guys are wondering, does Jaime reveal his identity to anybody? Well, he does reveal it to his grandmother, but not Paco and Brenda yet. I'm hoping that he actually does, because it's not said that he's revealed anything yet. But when Jaime's grandmother tells, his father that, things are about to happen, big things are going to, come, so be prepared and, stuff like that. So I'm hoping Jaime is going to reveal his identity to his family, to Paco and Brenda, because this needs to happen. Because we can't just have, something this big like the Reach coming, and Jaime is not found anywhere when he's trying to protect or save the world. He's going to need to reveal his identity sooner or later, and I'm hoping it's soon, because I really, really, really would like to see that happen. I really would be upset if he doesn't. I mean, he has a lot of reasons to do it now. He's already risked Paco's life in danger almost. He saved it. So now it's sort of like, in a way, like maybe he should pay back Paco and Brenda that, yeah, I'm sorry, I was Blue Beetle and I was stupid, you know, and stuff like that, but I really want to be a hero to protect you. I've seen the damage this scarab could do, and I want to use this power to stop this invasion or to stop the reach that these people are all talking about, how they're enemies of Earth and that they could invade Earth, and I want to use my powers to protect you guys. That's how he said in the old series, and I'm hoping he does that now. But generally, I give this issue a 5 out of 5. It's a great, great, great issue. This is one of my favorites out of all of them, and I love the cover art here. It's really sleek and really nice. I rate it a 5 out of 5, and it's my favorite issue out of the whole Blue Beetle series right now. I am stoked for the next issue. I am really excited to see what's going to happen next. I'm really excited. I love Blue Beetle to death, and I'm going to support this series till the end. Hope you guys keep doing it as well. If you are not going to support it just yet, pick up issue number 9 and read it up to issue number 12. Those are worth picking up to see this storyline build up to the point where Jaime and Kajida have developed as characters up to this point, to the 1-year mark on the New 52. So, yeah, that's my review of Blue Beetle issue number 12, and hopefully you guys enjoy and like this review, and I'll talk to you guys later. So, see you guys.